Hey there, North Star Gap people. This is your semi-fearless Gap leader, and I wanted to take just a couple of minutes and explain kind of how specifically Gap ministry is going to look over the next couple of weeks. This is really unprecedented time for us, uncharted waters, not something that I've ever dealt with before. Hopefully, we'll never have to deal with again. But what I want to do is tell you how Gap specifically is going to look over the next couple of weeks, and maybe even a little bit longer, and give you some direction about what you can do to help us and also to continue to grow in your relationship with the Lord and pursue Him during this time. So we've been given directives and recommendations from the top levels of government that we should try to restrict social gatherings to less than 10 people, ideally, at least for this next couple of weeks, this short period of time where we're trying to contain this virus. So we're going to try to abide by that as much as we possibly can. That means we're going to have to adjust some things like small groups, how we do small groups. It means we're going to have to adjust some events and maybe what those events are going to look like. So I just pray that you all would be able to have some patience and some mercy and some grace on us as we try to figure out how to navigate this situation. So that's one thing that I'm asking for you to do, is just to have some grace on us as we think through how to adjust things and still be able to effectively minister, but while also being wise and also obeying those that the Lord has set over us as authorities. So that's one thing I'm asking. The next thing, obviously, is I would just ask that you would pray for us. Pray for North Star, pray for Gap, pray for our nation, our world, those that are affected and on the front lines working through this thing. I'd also ask that you have some wisdom. Personally, we know that for most of us, this coronavirus is not something that's going to necessarily be life-threatening for us, but it is something that you could potentially carry to someone else and it would be life-threatening to them. So love your neighbor. And by loving your neighbor, you won't be reckless and potentially give them a life-threatening disease. So love your neighbor well in that way. And then another way that you can help us is just by connecting with people, being more intentional and taking initiative to text, to call, to even get together maybe in a smaller group or have somebody over to your house if you and they are comfortable with that. Just take some initiative to help people feel less lonely during this time where it's would be easy through social distancing to start to feel isolated. And the last thing I'd ask you for you to do is just to redeem the time and spend some time in the Word. Spend some time in prayer. Use this time that you've been given. Maybe it's a little bit less demands on you to pursue the Lord, grow in your walk with Him, grow in your relationship with Him, and pursue Him even more day to day. We love you. We're thankful for you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate how you're going to show us some grace and mercy over these next couple of weeks as we try to navigate just what ministry is going to look like at North Star. And after these couple of weeks, we will reevaluate and kind of think through what we're going to do next. So thank you. Appreciate you. Love you. Hope you continue to pursue the Lord. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me or anyone on staff if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that. Love you guys.